Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, and I have a new manga volume review for you guys. Now, if you've seen my series, you know that I'm a sucker for zombie mangas, and this is a brand new series that's being released by Ablaze Manga. Ablaze Manga, don't know much about it. I will look them up, to be honest. I'm surprised that they're releasing it. I mean, I'm surprised there's a new company. But this one says 1/2, which I don't understand exactly if it's volume 1 or volume half, but I'm gonna assume it's volume 1. They do have chapter 0 at the end of the series, which I thought it was interesting because it actually connects to the beginning pretty well, and very, very sadly, to be honest. Like any zombie series, it is at the end of the day a survival series. This is compared to Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. It is definitely more in the horror action side. Now, before anything else, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I am trying to reach 4,700 before the year's over, and I think that is pretty much obtainable. Now, I don't know by now where we're at, but by the time of recording, right now we are about 50 people away from reaching our goal. So, could be that by the time I release this video, more of you guys decided to join in and we are a happy growing family, but I don't know that because I'm releasing this later in the week. Cooler Than Dead, like I said, is a zombie survival psychological type of series, and we follow the story of one particular girl, and she essentially wakes up in grotesque way. She's throwing up, she doesn't know what's happening to her, and she ends up finding a boy, and here's the boy right there with her, and we later find out by a soldier who's bleeding out. He has injected himself with poison. He knows he's dying. He tells her basically the whole story. The zombies are basically attacking. They have a different name, which I forgot what they name them here, but zombies are attacking. They found a cure. They had 5 experiments, injected 5 people, and out of the 5 people, her and that boy were the only ones that actually passed survived the actual experiments. A little bit note to that, because they were zombies already, they have the strength of the zombie already in them. So they're not typical humans, they're essentially superhumans. We later find out throughout the volume that they indeed killed people. Like the little boy killed her mother. He has a whole episode about that, about him realizing that he killed his family, and we even see the girl at one point throw up a finger because they were zombies, they were eating people. They do go and find themselves into trouble, and essentially what ends up happening is that zombies in this series, this particular series, not in every series, zombies are hurt by the sun. So it's kind of like a vampire zombie, if you want to think about it. So they can actually walk outside in the streets as long as there's sun. Well, they're caught in the rain, and that's a huge issue. So they end up hiding, and within them hiding, end up being caught by a team of people who are basically a bunch of guys that got together to make a mess of the world. And they want to rape the girl, they want to do all this stuff. There's just so much happening. And they meet this guy when they get caught, who comes from the area that they're trying to reach. Now, they're trying to reach this area because they have the antidote. They want to let know people at Tokyo Dome that they have the antidote and see what they want to do about it. The guy that came from there tells them that he escaped from there because it was a crappy place to be in. We don't know much about that until the end of the volume, but essentially there's shady stuff happening there. Tokyo Dome is essentially a pronounced country of its own now. And in chapter 0, we found out that essentially the leaders that are part of the Tokyo Dome are people that were in politics who end up killing the higher ups when this whole mess started. But anyways, back to the actual story. The girl and kid get captured, and through them trying to escape, end up killing a lot of people and releasing zombies and so much that our second protagonist, who the guy that got locked up with them, he's also bitten. He's also hurt, and the girl gives him an antidote, and is able to bring him back to life as well. Now they're saved by a certain group called the Rising Sun, and the Rising Sun is another group who is out to, I guess, eliminate any other groups or help people join their group that need further ammunition and further support. And we don't know if they're good or bad yet, but we know that they want to go against Tokyo Dome. That's basically how the volume ends. The girl and the guy and the kid escape on their own with one of the leaders of the other gang. So all four of them escape, and their plan is essentially to get to the Tokyo Dome, to get the antidotes there, and basically, hopefully, get the world back together. Now, I will say, in all of this, I like the fact that this is taking kind of like the Walking Dead type of style of series where, you know, people are gonna try to do a bunch of stuff to survive. There's gonna be good people who sacrifice themselves for others, and there's gonna be crappy people who will do everything and anything possible to survive, so much that they become shitty people. I will say that. I'm sorry that I cussed here. Hopefully my video doesn't get demonetized for it, but that's what it is. And I like that they do that. I like that they keep it realistic. Some people will go crazy about it. Some people will go crazy the fact that they haven't seen a woman in months. And I understand that. I understand that people are gonna go through stuff like that when an apocalypse type of deal happens. So I like that they keep it realistic in that side. I will say this series, I don't think it has a rating. Does it have a rating? It doesn't have a rating in the back. I will say this is mature. There's some naked zombies, which again, a lot of people don't care so much for naked zombies, naked monsters, but gore wise, action wise, it's pretty intense, and I wouldn't say it's for a younger audience at all. Personally, I think Cooler Than Dead doing a good job at releasing for a low company. I haven't heard of a Blaze manga. Now you could, actually it is mature. It's at the very bottom, very small, but it is mature. Now you guys can look them up at blazepublishing.com, but I haven't heard from them. So they could be an up and coming company. They're releasing a series for us, but for now, out of 10, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's a solid series that people should pick up if you have a couple extra bucks. Start it off and tell me what you know. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by liking, commenting, and liking on this video. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.